on changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand up the way, I mean. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gonna hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I.
And we are live.
Wow.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. It is your boy, Henny DeMoore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing? And of course,
everybody.
I am not alone. I am not alone at all, man. The disembodied voice you are hearing right now is my partner in crime, my ace-boom coon, right-hand man, a co-defendant, landlord from Alabama. How you doing, kinfolk?
What's going on, my guy? We good, man. It's a ugly morning where I'm at.
Yeah.
I hope it's better for y'all. It's gray skies out here and rain.
Now, see, it's supposed to be hot. Like it's Texas, so we've been under sort of a heat wave, and it will be pissing me off. It's not that it be hot. It that they be playing with my emotions. They be like, it's 104, but it feels like it's 114. Then bitch, it's 114.
Yeah, facts.
Like it's 114 then.
I always felt that way. Yeah, we don't care about the technical stuff. Like, what does it feel like when I walk outside, sir? Like, you gonna tell me, why you even got the other temperature? Just tell us what it feels like.
They be like, you're not in hell, but it feels like it outside. I'm like, okay, then I might be in hell then. This is the way I look at it.
I might as well be if it feels the same way.
Oh, man. But where it does not feel like hell at right now is Oxnard, California, where the Dallas Cowboys have just went. Yeah, because listen, Land, you're going to be out there very, 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 very soon. And you said it's wonderful weather out there, right?
Beautiful weather, wonderful weather. I told you the guy I met that live out there said he barbecue 24. I mean, like all year round. He barbecue.
Yeah, that's great.
You know that's some great weather.
Yeah, man. So this is gonna be the first show. We're getting back in the groove of things, man. We're gonna be able to talk about updates. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. So I got to get some disclaimers first before we start, though. I have to get some disclaimers. Just because somebody goes off during training camp does not mean that they are amazing. We have had multiple training camp darlings over the years. Eric Scott, do you remember when Eric Scott was locking everything down in training camp, and he couldn't even take that to preseason? Right? Do you y'all remember that for a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, I do.
Do y'all not? Yeah. Do y'all remember? You know, there was a certain wide receiver named Vasher.
DJ Vasher. Yeah.
He was going off in training camp, out the league right now. So point is, I understand it. There's excitement. There's electricity around all these unknowns, right? A bunch of kids are going to be out there making plays. It's gonna be visually, entertaining. Dennis Houston was some Dennis Houston actually got on the field, dog.
He actually started some games and then got cut. How you go from starting to getting cut?
Immediately, they like, this was a horrible idea.
How you go from starting to getting cut, bro? That don't even make sense. At least if you go from starting to getting on the practice squad, or you know what I'm saying, being inactive or some shit, like he got cut, like it was over.
Then the homie Paul was a very good one. Elam was lifting babies in the air like the intro to Lion King. He's like, like he was on Pride Rock, lift the baby underneath his head and shit. And he not on the team.
He hit the Michael Jackson. He hit the Michael Jackson out there.
Like, put the baby over the balcony. Like, what? you got to be stopped. You got to be stopped. Yeah, but the point being, the JV with another good one. He said Jalen Marino Cropper. So listen, we're not saying that is a bad thing to cheer for these guys when they make plays in training camp. We are not saying that. What we are saying is, just because they make a couple plays in training camp, take it with a grain of salt. Do not anoint them immediately. You know what I mean? Because plays will be made. This is football. Like they're gonna make plays. They are at the bare minimum NFL players. At the bare minimum, these guys are at least NFL players. And NFL players will make a play here and there. So,
and you got to think, it is an element to it to where some of these people might be just some tryhard. Like the people that's really, really good, they might not just be going 1,000 right this second. You know what I'm saying? Like they like, listen, bro, I got a long season. You out here trying to make a team, so who you think gonna be playing harder?
Yeah.
The guy trying to make a team.
Yeah. And also it's practice. Like I know for a fact, because Dak been on record of saying this, there are throws that he would not attempt in a game that he will go out there and try because it's practice. And he want to see if he can do
it. Yeah. What better way to figure it out?
Mm-hmm. So that's all we're saying. We're just saying, hey, take everything with a grain of salt. You will get more information from preseason than you will in training camp because they're going up against each other. And then you play each other so much, you get into knowing their habits and their weaknesses and their strengths, so like you can play well against your teammates. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure. Because you know exactly, you know enough about them. Like, think about it. When it comes to your teammates, you don't need a scout report. Because you know them. You know what I'm saying? You know them that good that you don't even need a scout report. So that right there should tell you a lot. Your opponent, you need a scout report for that.
This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I just remember a song. I forget the song, but guy that said, nigga came to him asking for a whole thing. First, I gotta know where your mama stay and your whole name.
All right. Yeah.
Maybe think about that when you say I don't know why that put my down. But
you gotta know, man.
But Mr. Kima said Brian Broderick said he is not hyping any players up during training camp. He's smart to do so because we do this every year. Every year we do it. So I will not fall victim to it. Land will not fall victim to it, and y'all shouldn't fall victim to it. Just keep track of who makes plays, who doesn't make plays, and then the onus is gonna be on them once preseason comes around to keep making those same kind of plays. You know what I mean? That's what it is. If they show something in training camp, make notes like, hey, they're having a good training camp, but they got to do it in preseason. And if they do it in preseason, the but is they got to do it in the regular season. That's the natural progression of things. You go from doing it in practice, because this is all practice. You go to doing it in a simulated game situation, which is preseason, and then you go on and you do it in an actual game situation when the bullets are flying. It said, "Watch, they're gonna hype this cornerback room," because I promise you, I don't want to hear that. So let's get into the meat and potato of things, landlord. We gotta discuss some of the things that need to transpire, in order for the Dallas Cowboys to have a good season this year. And when I say good, I mean going to the playoffs, double-digit wins, winning the NFC East, and then everybody has equal opportunities in the playoffs. You get in, where you fit in, you can possibly win. You know what I mean? So a good season is making it to the playoffs, and then we'll see how good we stack up against everybody else once we get to the dance. But in order to get to the damn dance, there's going to be a lot of steps in between. You know what I mean? Like this is going to be one of the biggest steps, because this is your overarching team building. Like the initial 53 that you bring in, that's going to be a great starting point to propel you into the season. And then, before the trade deadline, you can make some acquisitions to add people in. But getting the initial 53-man roster right is very important, in propelling us where we want to be over the course of the season. So let's just take a look. Let's just take a look at, this 90-man roster projection of the guys that we're taking into training and taking up here to Oxnard. And this is, matter of fact, we don't steal without giving credit to where it comes from. I did not design this. This is from Dan Rogers, Danny Phantom on Twitter. Make sure that y'all go and tap in with him. Give him a follow. Always good, insightful Dallas Cowboy information. But this is a 90-man roster projection by Dan, right? And we got some names on here, and they got it like this. The folks in the white are roster locks. The folks in the blue are in the hunt. And then the other guys at the bottom, on the outside looking in. That's how that shit works. So when we start with the quarterback room, of course Dak Prescott is a roster lock. But then, we got the two other quarterbacks, Sam Howell and Joe Milton, in the hunt. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all, and y'all know how I personally feel about Joe Milton. We call him a orange chunky, backward flipping, son of a gun. Like, he got great physical abilities. And listen, I was going to call him something else, but me and Landlord did say we were going to be a little bit more PG.
PC. PC.
Yeah, because we can't be calling folks jigaboos, continuously. So we're going to be better. We're going to do better, I promise. At least I promise to try. I'll give it a try. But I real thought, all jokes aside, I feel like Sam Howell is a better overall quarterback. I feel like Joe Milton is the better athlete, but I feel like Sam Howell is the better processor, the better thrower of the football, has more game experience, is more accurate, is more comfortable running an offense. Like, I think all those things are true about Sam Howell at this point in comparison, to a Joe Milton. And I'm not sitting here saying that Sam Howell is Tony Romo, who he's on record in modeling his game after he grew up a Dallas Cowboy fan as a Texas boy. But I am saying that Sam Howell, if you ask me who I thought could help you win a football game right now, Joe Milton or Sam Howell, I'm going with Sam. I'm going with Sam all day. I don't know about anybody else out there, but Sam is the better quarterback right now, and it's not even a situation where Joe Milton has the advantage in age. You know what I mean? Like, Sam Howell is actually younger than Joe Milton.
The best thing Joe got going for him right now is the fact that he been in the offense for 2 years. That's the best thing he got going for him.
I agree. I certainly agree with that. And that may not be enough. because you can know the
Might not
offense,
be.
but you can know the offense, but if you can't get the ball to where it needs to be, it don't do you no good. You know what I mean? So just
Accurately and
because,
on time.
yes, just because I know the ins and out of the offense, if my accuracy betrays me, I still don't have a real advantage there. You know, Sam Howell could be green to the offense, but everything he throws is accurate. You know, not saying that everything he's going to throw is going to be right on the money or anything. Like, I'm not going to gas the boy like that. But point being, like, if he's better. But if he's a better thrower of the football than Joe Milton, I can live with everything else. Like, I don't care about what Joe brings to the run game, you know, at all, because Joe has shown that when he runs with the football, he'll put the football on the ground.
It depends on how good each one of them run the offense. Can they get the ball out on time, accurately? You know what I'm saying? And understand how to keep the offense on track. That's what you want from your backup. But we gonna see. I think Sam
Yeah.
Howell got a big advantage. But like I said, Joe having experience in the offense for 2 years, he should have a slight edge. And we know he's talented, but I just like Sam Howell a little more.
I do too. And there's nothing wrong with that. And hopefully, you know, Joe Milton comes in here and surprises me. Because if he ever
I
puts
would
it all
love it.
together, yeah, because if he ever puts it all together, he has everything. You know, he's tall, you know, he's athletic, he got a super strong arm, you know, he's mobile. So he brings everything that you want from a physical standpoint to the quarterback position. It's just the execution, it's the cerebral part of it. It's him, you know, getting a better understanding of the protections. Because I saw multiple times that he didn't realize he was hot, and there was a free blitzer coming right after him, and he did nothing about it. Because, and I don't mean to say this, I don't mean to say this in a disrespectful way, but you should be able as a quarterback to count. And what I mean by that is, you know how many guys you have in protection, and you know how many people, you know, are at the line in the box count that can be counted as possible threats, you know, to you. So if there are 6 possible guys coming, you know, rushing, and you only have a 5-man protection, you know that you might be hot. So if you're not going to take somebody out of the route pattern, like you're not going to realign the tight end so that he can, you know, block, or you're not going to motion the running back into the backfield to get an extra blocker, you know that you're responsible for the 6th man if they're rushing, and you got to throw quick. You got every route concept generally has a hot built in for blitzing situations, and you know as a quarterback, it is your job, if you're going to be in a 5-man protection, they're bringing 6 to beat the blitz with the throw. And Joe, numerous times during the course of the preseason, did not do that. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens, but I'm leaning towards Sam Howell winning that. Land is leaning towards Sam Howell winning that. But I just seen some stuff right below here. We're not going to spend too much time on that roster battle, because we got some more to talk about. Land. If we look at outside linebacker, and this is why I disagree with Sam. I'm not Sam, but Danny. This is Danny Fandles' graph. He got the roster locks at outside linebacker being Rashawn Gary, Donovan Izaraku, Malachi Lawrence, and then Sam Williams. He got Sam Williams as a roster lock.
I think he's right though. I kind of think he's right.
So talk me.
Why bring him back? Why bring him back? You know what I'm saying? You could have had an easy out. They see something in Sam. They see something in him. He had no reason to come back. You know for a fact they asked BT Jordan and Christian Parker, hey, what you think about Sam Williams? They could have let him walk straight out the building. They could have let him walk straight out the building, but now they said, hold on, Sam, we got a little contract for you. 1 year, we're going to give you another shot. So it sounds like somebody got a plan for him. I don't know. Like he might be on thin ice. I ain't saying that he just, you know what I'm saying.
Then
But I really do think they got a plan for him, bro.
So
Is
this
he
is the
going?
thing.
I think it's up to Sam Williams. If he capitalized on his opportunity, I think they want him to win a job because they could have just simply let him leave, bro.
But see, that's my thing. Okay, I like what you said. Win a job. He shouldn't be a lock to make no damn roster. That's all I'm saying. Because they got him as a roster lock over James Houston, who actually had 5.5 sacks for you last year.
Wait a minute. I'm not saying that. Nah, I would take James Houston over Sam right this second. Now, yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah, that's where I had the pause. I'm like, these niggas. I'm sorry, we were trying to do better. These folks tripping. You know what I mean? Like that's where I was like, hold on now. Like I have no issues in Sam, because listen, after James Houston, though, it's like Sam should win the job. Like Sam's immediate competition after James Houston is Mars Leofow,
Isaiah Land or somebody.
Yeah, Mars Leofow, Tyrus Wheat, Charles Snowden, and Isaiah Land.
Wait a minute, sir. I just want you to know. Mars Leofow, the pass rusher, should be behind everybody. In my opinion.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I agree.
Like he should be behind every single person. And that's sad. So that's why he shouldn't be in that position. He should get a shot at linebacker, bro. Like I don't know what Christopher. That's one of the first initial things that I disagree with Christopher Parker about. The way he trying to use Mars Leofow.
I agree. Because I ain't never seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like telling me that Mars Leofow is a good pass rusher, and you're gonna like the segue. It's the same thing as telling me that the run bland can take away half of the field. So now we're gonna go over to the cornerback.
Yikes! Why he had to do me like that though? Like it, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So we talking about the run right now?
We're talking about the cornerback room in general, because you know this is the 90-man roster, and then they're talking about the corners. Now they have 4 cornerbacks as locks. If you're listening to the Danny said Deron Bland is a lock by necessity. Shavon Revel, of course, he's a lock by necessity. Kobe Durant, and then Devin Moore, who they just drafted. The guys that they say are in the hunt, Reddy Stewart, who had some decent reps here and there. I feel like Reddy is a better safety than corner, but that's neither here nor there. We got the almighty Kalen Carson. And listen, he still ain't got his nickname back. He just Kalen. We ain't calling you seatbelt. I ain't gonna give you the honor of calling you baby seat, because baby seats are real secure. You know what I mean?
You
like,
mean, man. You mean.
Not you ain't listen, because listen, when you really think about it, a baby seat and a child lock is secure as hell.
I'm talking about they got them boys strapped up like they in the death chair. What it is, like in the electric chairs and shit. They had them babies strapped up in that bitch.
If nobody else survived, the baby gonna survive.
Yeah. That baby ain't going nowhere.
So now that I think about it, we can't call this man baby seat or a child lock, because that's too hard. Because them ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. So
that's the most secure thing in the car, goddamn.
Yeah, so we gonna call him Kalen. His mama named him Kalen. I'm gonna call him Kalen, man. And then we got Darren Kendricks, the forgotten guy. Y'all
just disrespect Josh Butler.
He on the outside looking in. Let them tell it.
We gonna see, ain't we?
I think he's better than a lot of these guys, honestly.
Me too.
Because the guy they got him.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kalen Carson take a step and be better than Devin Moore. They just got him prioritized because he's a draft pick, I guess.
Yep. And that's the thing that I do want to say about Kalen Carson, because I do like making a lot of jokes because it's funny. But realistically, we ain't seen enough from Kalen Carson to say that he's bad.
We don't know. We don't know enough. We don't know enough about him.
Because of the injuries, I don't even think he's played enough games to not be considered a rookie yet. Well, you because listen,
And how valid is the reps you saw? Because that was years ago. Most of them was like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, he
Like,
played a little
I
bit
don't
last
know.
year, and I'll say
Okay,
this
okay.
too. I'll say this too, because you gotta play at least 17 games now because it's a 17 game season, not to be considered a rookie, right?
In my opinion, yeah.
All right, so let's go look at Kalen Carson's game log. I'm gonna look at Kalen Carson's game log, and I bet you there's not even 17 games. See, I told you, Kalen Carson has played in 14 games in 2 years. He ain't even played.
And on top of that, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was about to say, on top of that, he ain't even getting a full game's worth of reps either. That's all I was gonna say. Go ahead.
No, you're good. He has 8 starts in 2 years and has only played in 14 games in 2 years. You know, so you don't really know what Kalen Carson is. Like, Kalen Carson ain't got the reps yet to say that he's bad. And what I don't want to happen is I don't want to have somebody that has obvious upside like Kalen Carson to walk out and go somewhere else and be phenomenal like we just seen with the boy in Chicago.
Yep, it seemed like it always happened to Dallas, don't it?
Yep. And listen, it's crazy because I don't feel the same way about Overshawn. Because it gets to a point, if he get hurt again this year, then I understand. You know, if Kalen Carson gets hurt this year, he can only play 2, 3, 4 games or something like that, and the Dallas Cowboys decide to cut him, I can live with that. Because at some point you are just hurt guy. Right? But I at least wanted to give it a guy on his try to see what he can do.
If I said you was the GOAT, you was the GOAT rapper, but you only made one song in 30 years, do it even matter?
No, hell no.
You know what I'm saying? You
now, what song is
you
it?
technically a one-hit wonder. So yeah, we ain't letting that slide like that.
Now, I will say this, and this is back to the point that the homie Rail was making. We don't know who cornerback number 1 is, and you play some pretty good wide receivers this year. So these are just some notable wide receivers the Dallas Cowboys play in 2026. We play Malik Neighbors twice, possibly, because he did not start on PUP. So he might be able to play week 1. Terry McLaurin, Zay Flowers, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Puka Nacua, Mike Evans, because he now plays with the San Francisco 49ers, Devontae Smith, and then, you know, we were both very bullish on Brian Thomas. Even after a down year, you know, I was still bullish on Brian Thomas.
He gonna cook some sorry corners, bro.
For sure.
I would think. So, yeah.
And I put Michael Wilson up here instead of Marvin Harrison Jr. because Michael Wilson is the guy that always gets 1,000 yards with the Cardinals. I'm not going to disrespect.
Even though Marvin Harrison was the one that cooked the Ryan Bland last year, right?
Oh yeah, that didn't count because the Ryan Bland is sorry.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry. I be hating so
Don't
hard.
do that.
But yeah, Michael Wilson went for over 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns last year. So he is wide receiver number 1 over there. And then of course, really the wide receiver number 1 is Trey McBride, who went for over 1,400 yards last year. But you know, that's neither here nor there. But point being,
Caleb.
like, who?
My boy Caleb gonna have to check him.
Oh shit, yeah, we're gonna pray for Caleb down. We just need to go ahead and we're gonna just go ahead and call bracket every time with Trey McBride on the field. We're just gonna bracket cuz we're gonna take him out of the game. We're gonna make you throw to these wide receivers and see if they can beat somebody one-on-one. That's what I would do. I would double the hell out of Trey McBride. And I ain't respecting Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson like that. If my cornerbacks are good enough, I'll play them one-on-one and live with the result.
I was about to say, even with your corners, you ain't respecting them? I don't know.
Hey,
but do you see how dope a weapon is? A weapon so dope, you still be concerned about him without a quarterback. Like, we don't even know who their quarterback is.
Oh, Jacoby Brissett, same dude that cooked us last year.
Oh Lord, who didn't cook us last year?
I know, but
We
yeah,
came in the game ready to be cooked.
came in the
We had the
game.
stove. We had the stove on 400 last year, man.
Yeah,
You know how your
man.
mama be like, turn the stove on. She an
Like
hour away from
preheated.
home. Yeah, she an hour away from home, and she tell you to turn the stove on.
Man, real talk. And listen, I don't know who's gonna be my number one corner. And this is and listen, that's the issue that we got going into this stuff during training camp. That's why somebody has to step up. Devin Moore has to step up. The Ron Bland feet got to regenerate like Wolverine. You know, the homie Kobe Durant.
Rebel.
Hold on, let me say this real quick, landlord. And you know, I like Kobe Durant film in totality, right? Because he had some good film last year.
Yeah.
I watched Kobe Durant against Detroit. Boy, that was baptizing my nigga. I'm sorry. That was baptizing him. Oh God. Like, listen, St. Brown and J-Mo cooked it for a touchdown. I'm like, damn, Cause I be watching gameplay, man. I was watching the Rams to prepare because they still got the same offense, basically, right? They brought everybody back from that offense. Boom.
Yeah.
I was watching them against Detroit. Because they beat Detroit, you know, at the crib. They scored like 41 points or something like that. Boy, if I tell you, they got them with the same concept. They ran double posts, and he didn't get deep enough both times, and they just, they were like wide open. I'm like, oh my God. And he
Speaking
almost
of the
got
round,
cooked.
Go ahead.
Now, he almost got cooked on another deep ball. It's just that Jared Goff had got cooked. He got destroyed, you know, on a hit, so the ball couldn't get to J-Mo. But yeah, like he had a rough game that day.
Yeah, I was about to say, speaking of the Rams, you know I'll be out there for that joint practice. Now you can collect some good data from a joint practice.
Yes, you can.
Like it just made me think about it because we were saying don't run away with that with the training camp, which is true. But I think if you are gonna take something to the bank, what happens in training camp should have merit. You know what I'm saying? It should have value. What happens in the joint practice, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree with you. And then that's gonna be a red flag too. If you can't go out there in a scrimmage, which is closer to a game than anything you do in practice, because you're going up against people you don't know. So if you can't take all that dope stuff you were doing in the regular practices over there to the joint practice, the scrimmage, I got question marks about you now. Like you might just be a tryhard, like Lamb be saying. You might just be one of them dudes, you know, that's out there doing a little bit too much.
You just working harder than anybody else because you know you sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I had asked Boss this in a conversation one time. I was like, bro, think about it. What do sorry people do that play basketball? They gon' out hustle everybody. They gonna out hustle everybody. And they gonna play some defense, and they gonna rebound. Am I lying? If they ain't got no skills for real, they gonna play harder than everybody. They gonna hustle and they gonna get some rebounds.
Most definitely. We know this to be a fact.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the same with football. Like they just gonna try harder. That's all. They gonna try harder. They gonna run harder. They gonna do everything harder. That's why when you get somebody who is great and try hard as well, that's why you got somebody that got GOAT potential in. Like you out here grinding like somebody sorry. You finna be great. Real talk. You grinding like you woke up sorry, boy. You gonna be great.
Man, diabolical. But it's funny as hell, but there's a lot of truth in
Hey, I just had an idea real quick. And don't forget what we supposed to be talking about. I know I said we gotta get better, but listen. We need to make a show called Woke Up Sorry. Who is the candidates who we think that might have woke up sorry? That's a possibility to woke up sorry. We might need to do that yearly, like a yearly show. Who woke up sorry? Who would you bank on saying they woke up sorry on this team?
Oh, we're just doing the Dallas Cowboys. That is
Or you can do the
probably
league. Or you can go by the league too. Yeah, make it interesting so it won't just be us talking about our people. Let's do it on the NFC East. We can do it on the whole NFC East.
that'd be cool though. I wouldn't mind that. But you know somebody I feel like who woke up sorry, and that's Luke Schoonmaker. So we gonna have to get up here to this tight end room because there ain't no way in hell he put Luke Schoonmaker as a roster lock, and I don't feel like that should be the case.
You know what they gonna say. He's a good blocker, and he ain't never talked back to nobody. He's a good guy.
So that's saying
They gonna start talking about everything other than football.
Well, listen,
You know.
that may be the case, and I'm pretty sure that they will try and do that. But my thing is this, man. There's better people on the team that can bring more to it. If Michael Trigg go out there and he pretend like he can block, he ain't really got to even block. If he pretend like he can block, what he bring as a receiving threat to this offense, you know, is way more valuable than what Luke Schoonmaker is. You know what I mean? And if you want a blocker, you already got Beverly Span-Ford. Beverly Span-Ford is a nice little mix of size and physicality. So Beverly Span-Ford being
more athletic than you think too.
Listen, if you're able to run like that at 6'7", you're athletic.
Yeah,
I want people to remember that this man is 6'7" and running like that.
He moved well for his size when you think about it.
Mm-hmm. So I don't want nobody to sit here and think. And listen, if we're being frank, I'll be fair. Beverly Span-Ford should be the second tight end over Luke Schoonmaker. So I at least think they got the order correct. I do think they got the order correct, but I think that it should be, personally for me, and I haven't seen Michael Trigg do anything. I ain't seen Michael Trigg so much as suit up in a Dallas Cowboy uniform in practice yet, but
you projecting off of potential and talent.
Yeah. Based on what I know from Luke Schoonmaker, because Luke got a big enough sample size of being in the league that I don't think much of him. Because more than one thing can be true. I ain't seen you in the NFL, but when I remember you playing college, you were dope. And I've seen you play in the NFL, and I'm not impressed. So that's what's going on here. I was impressed with Michael Trigg. I had a very high grade on Michael Trigg. I think I had a 4th round grade on Michael Trigg coming out of Baylor. And you know, I had discussed that on the draft show why I would go out and get him. And we were able to get somebody with that level of talent, you know, as a UDFA, right? Because God is a Dallas Cowboys fan. And then you talk about Luke, I feel like he's underwhelmed as a 2nd round pick this entire time. I remember standing out there in the rain, being disappointed and sad as my tears were wiped away by the raindrops. They couldn't see me cry because it was raining outside. That's how upset I was. Like, Lamb was there too. He didn't even know I was crying when we drafted Luke Schoonmaker. I just had one singular tear, you know, fall down my face, you know, like like in the movies. Oh Jesus. But yeah, man. I feel like Michael Trigg is a better option for us. Now he has to go out there and prove it. He definitely has to go out there and prove it and show that he can do it. But if I'm betting money, I'm betting on Michael Trigg, and I would not have Luke Schoonmaker as a roster lock. If anything, he should be in blue like everybody else in the tight end room. It should be in the hunt. It should be in the hunt, dog. I really feel like they done kidnapped my boy Landlord though. He been out here moving ligaments so long, the FDA might have finally caught up to him. So let's go on to the next position because we got to get to wide receiver, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about still, man. We just up here talking about the rosters, but in order to get to the postseason, man, like they gonna actually have to go out here and be productive in the regular season, and when they get to the playoffs, because that's the expectation at this point, there's a lot of long-standing trends that they got to break and curses that they got to break to succeed. Salute to the homie TJ P. you know, for the 67 jewels, man. I appreciate it. The 6-7 jewels. Salute.
Salute.
Salute, salute, salute. I do want to also point out that me and Landlord are going to training camp. Land is going to Oxnard. I am going to Frisco. If you want to support Land getting out there, hit his Cash App. It's $Landlord723. And he's doing a jersey raffle right now. And then if you want to support me getting out there to Frisco, I am raffling off a ticket to the Cowboys versus 49ers game. So if you send $7, you will be entered for an opportunity to win, the ticket. It's one singular ticket. So you want to bring a date, you're going to have to figure that out. But I will be sending one of y'all to the game. So anytime you donate $7, you will get a raffle entry. And anytime you see in Land at least five, you will get an entry, to win a jersey. So we appreciate y'all in advance. But let's get back into it, man, because
Absolutely.
I wanted to make our way to these pass catchers because we got like 11 of them.
Let's do it.
We got more wide receivers than I ever seen before in my life. Listen, before we talk about who's going to make the roster, I'm just going to name them all because it's sort of crazy when you see how many we have and you hear it. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Ryan Flournoy, Cavante Turpin, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, John Domingo, Anthony Smith, Tyler Johnson, Trayshawn Holden, Denzel Mims. I'm out of hands now. I was counting with my hands. All right, Camden Brown, Jaden Smith, and then Jordan Hudson.
13.
So we 13 deep at wide receiver.
Good Lord.
And they're only going to carry like 5 or 6. 6 on the high end.
Dude, you ain't even named Cavante Turpin.
I did.
Oh,
He was the fourth name I said. Yeah, he was the fourth name I said because he was up there. I was just going down the list. And salute the biscuit too for the flow state, Jules, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, then Paul said he forgot about Denzel Mims. Like, yeah, we got and it's crazy. I'm not saying that they're good, but think about all the assets that you have at wide receiver right now. Think about it. John Domingo was a former second-round pick. Denzel Mims is a former second-round pick. CeeDee Lamb, first-round pick. George Pickens, second-round pick. You paid Cavante Turpin, so he's on an extension. Yeah, you have thrown a lot. You have thrown in totality a lot of bodies at the wide receiver room. Now, part of me thinks that was a tactic just in case you couldn't, come to terms with George Pickens, or if he tried to buck, playing on the tag. But you did put a lot into that wide receiver room. I ain't gonna hold you. I am not gonna hold you. But my biggest issue is the fact that Cavante Turpin is just a roster lock. Not the fact that he's a roster lock in general, but he's a roster lock as wide receiver, and that they're going to continue adding him into the number when we're talking about wide receivers that we carry. Like, I would go short at quarterback. I would just have Dak Prescott and Sam Howell, 2 quarterbacks. Because you can always just call somebody up the squad if need be. But I would be carrying at least 6 wide receivers, on this roster. Like, if Cavante Turpin was not in the mix, the wide receivers realistically should be CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Ryan Flournoy, Anthony Smith, and Trayshawn Holden. Like, those should be the 5 wide receivers that make your team, and then Cavante Turpin is just out there as a specialist. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it should be, in my humble opinion. You should have 5 actual wide receivers, and then Cavante Turpin is his own thing. He's the return specialist in the kicking game, and then you can sprinkle him in every blue moon at wide receiver. But I would have 5 real wide receivers and then Cavante Turpin. How do you feel about that, Lynn?
I agree. I don't think you should even I'm to be honest with you, bro. I'm kind of down with that experiment, bro. I really am. Like I'm kind of done with that experiment, man. For real. Like we seen it, we tried it, year in, year out, and then right now at this point, you would have to prioritize him to even try to use him. And I don't even think that's smart for us to prioritize Cavante Turpin when we got all these dope ass receivers out here. I think you're doing it wrong. So I'm cool on that, bro. Like, I mean, I think we just passed that. Just make him be a punt returner, man. Kick off punt returner, man. I'm tired of that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think we gave him ample opportunity. We sat up there and let you get a wide receiver 3 opportunity, and Flo just came and took your shit.
Snatch and change, man. Snatch and change.
Flo took your shit. Like, how many years we gave Flo to win the job? Think about that.
That was just his second year.
So what's so special about Turpin when it's like his what, 4th year?
Hey man, he fast. That's all I can say.
What's so special about him that gives him all these opportunities?
They like
I
his speed.
understand he fast and all that, man, but we gotta quit playing around, bro. I understand his skill set because I used to like Turpin, but I just can't keep supporting you when year in and year out you're not doing what we expect you to do. Like I'm not married to these motherfuckers. I'm just not, bro. Like I'm married to the Cowboys, the team, the organization. Pause.
And that's an abusive relationship in of itself. So you know it
already. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be damned if I take on these side mission abusive relationships. You know, that shit unnecessary. Crazy man. You know how many receivers that'll come in here and be good?
Playing with Dak and CD Lamb and George Pickens.
And I'm telling you right now, like, even last year I saw some things that showed me to Cavante Turpin still ain't got it all the way as being a receiver. He still ain't mastered the receiving position yet.
Nah, you're right. And that's fair to say. Ain't nothing wrong with anything that you said, landlord. Not a singular thing you said was wrong at all, because we given Cavante Turpin plenty of opportunities, and listen, we were depending on him at one point to step up and make plays, and it never really happened.
Right.
So you're not wrong in your thought process, because it played out right in front of our eyes, man. We ain't got to sit here and act like
opportunities. Cool. We should give them opportunities to flow, bro. They're being real with you.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. And then listen, as quiet as kept, and I'm not no person that's no pocket watcher or nothing. You know, I'm anti pocket watcher when it comes to people making their money, right? 'Cause I never want somebody to say, Henny, you don't deserve that bread that you worked so hard for. You know, we have to fight about that. But
we got a lot of that going around these days, boy, in the public and all. Now they ain't give a fuck. Oh yeah, my bad.
But what I am gonna say about the Dallas Cowboys, they need a concession plan for Cavante Turpin, because what he does, I don't necessarily know they got anybody else on the roster that could. Let's say Cavante Turpin got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Let's say that he got hurt, right? Who would be the return man for the Dallas Cowboys at that point? Like, who do you trust in that role? Now, you hope Anthony Smith can do it.
Who would I trust? Or who would the Cowboys trust? Who would I have running it, or who the Cowboys would run?
Give me both.
Well, landlord, because I'm a gangster, I would put Caleb Downs back that motherfucker. I just seen him run a touchdown on Indiana. I saw that. Shit. On the national champs, he had a kickoff return, or a punt return one, and he scored a touchdown. I just saw that. I'm not afraid. I at least let him do it on punt returns, huh? I let him do it. That's an ability that we should explore. But I know we're gonna be scared and conservative and not let him do it. So I don't know. But
I mean, we let CeeDee Lamb do it for his first year.
Realistically, I would say Jadon Blue.
You
Jadon
forget
Blue would
about
be
Jalen.
my return guy. Yeah.
I said
He
Paul
gotta
said,
hold
bro
on to the
said
damn
Downs, I
ball.
wasn't ready. So listen, Caleb
Who
Downs.
said that?
Paul said he wasn't ready for that one.
I know, right? Y'all scared. I feel you. It's risky. But what if I told you he's made for that shit and he's a playmaker? What if I tell you he was built for that? Y'all gonna be scared? And I ain't saying scared like cause y'all like it's cowardly. Cause I understand like it's risky. It's risky. People get hurt these days and you don't wanna risk your top tier talent for such a minuscule play that might not even manifest into nothing. I get it. But
Yeah.
do you want to limit his opportunities to showcase his talent? And that shit could win you a couple games.
It depends for me. It depends for me. I think like you said, there are definitely some opportunities for him to make plays. And you know what I do? That would be the happy median. I would sprinkle him in at that. You know what I mean? I would make him the full-time returner, but I would sprinkle him in here and there to do it. Like how they handled it with CD Lamb in his rookie year. They had him back there part-time because they like the ball in his hands. I would do the same thing with Caleb Downs at the happy median. Like, hey, and listen, hey, JV, I also heard that the genital knee shit was not true. That the genital knee stuff about Caleb Downs, I heard that was not true in the slightest. Because I have mentioned it at one point, and then I had to stop talking about it because the reports came out that it was wee-woo. So he does not have the genital knee. You know, he just, you know, the only thing he is guilty of is being a safety. That's why he fell in the draft. His only sin was being a safety. Because if he had been a linebacker or a corner, he would not have failed to the Dallas Cowboys with the way that he plays football. And then they also are saying like Anthony Smith would be a name to throw out there because he was a returner when he played at Eastern Carolina. Jadon Blue, as you mentioned, is probably somebody the Dallas Cowboys are leaning towards because they want to look right about Jadon Blue. Like they know they love that boy. But you're right. Jadon Blue scares me because he puts the ball on the ground. You really can't have, you know, your return man have a fumbling issue. Imagine your defense had a hard fought stop. A hard fought stop. It took them 10 plays, but they forced a punt. And then the moment you think you finna rest, this fool come out there and fumble the ball. Now it's a sudden change situation, and it's a short field, and you tired.
Yeah, that's risky. And then I want to look at the percentages, but it seems like turnovers happen in kickoffs and shit a little too often for my liking. I don't know. Because you're going to probably get the biggest hits of the game in the special teams these days. What you think?
You definitely getting the biggest
hits of the game be on special teams nowadays to me.
It do. Really? Because you running full speed. You're getting up to 20 miles per hour before you hit somebody, man.
Yeah, real talk. And then you got to think, most of the time, like we said, these ain't star players. So they might be willing to put it on the line.
Mm-hmm. Hey, salute to Vach in the chat box, man. Vach done pulled up on us. Kudos again to the homie Vach, man. He went up there and held it down.
Going crazy, man. That name is real, man. They global for real. They had Will McClay on the show. That was just incredible, man. I'm happy for my guy Vach, bro. Like. He did a great job too. He did a great job. Salute to y'all over there at Crown Global.
Yeah, doing amazing work, man. doing amazing work,
And if you ain't
and they
seen
gonna
my little spiel on the Crown Global, go over there and check me out too. You know what I'm saying? Hype my videos so they can know landlord add a little value over there. You know what I'm saying? Go look out for your boy.
yes, indeed. And Vod, since you in here, let me know the Illuminati sacrifice I got to do to get on Crown Global, man. Landlord ain't telling me about the goat offering or nothing, but let me know. Is it a sheep or goat? I got some cousins I don't particularly care for too, so let me know something.
He's had some cousins.
I got some cousins lined up.
Been owing me money since the third grade. Ain't paid me back. I gave that boy 2 phone bills and a job worker. He ain't never paid me back.
Man, I let him borrow $5 for the olive court at school, dog. He ain't never gave it back.
I gave him my lunch code one day, and he ain't never let me do it back, man. It's crazy.
Evil, man. Evil. So yeah, they getting sacrificed. Oh shit. That's a funny ass reason to sacrifice somebody, though. I ain't gonna lie. He said, "My time coming. Someone went by too quick." Oh, you good, Vod? I know it'll happen eventually, man. And we still supporting. We love everything y'all doing over there. You do the space proud, man. Like we proud to say that we know Vod, man. You out there holding it down, bro. We appreciate you for everything you do, homie.
What I like the most about Vod, though, I feel like he's doing it his own way. Vod still be Vod, bro. I've been watching Vod forever. Like, people know what my channel started off of, for real. Like, bro, I've been watching Vod since he first started down there. And he still like the same dude. You know, he professional with it, but it's like the way he is, I still see Vod. I don't see a guy trying to pretend and be a public guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like I see Vod on the big media. I don't see a guy changing himself to be on big media.
Facts. And then Vod said he might have something bigger than Crown on the way with the eyes, man. So y'all stay on the lookout. Whatever Vod got going on, y'all know it's gonna be some dope shit. For sure. But yeah, man. Do you want to do defensive tackle? Let's do defensive tackle next. Since we talking about these folks on this roster bubble they got going. Now, do you agree with this? They got 4 roster locks for the defensive tackle position. Big Q, obviously. Like, I slapped somebody, they said Big Q was going to be a Dallas Cowboy. Y'all got me messed up. But we talk about sacrifice. We sacrificed Micah Parsons like the Lamb of God to get Quentin Williams, man. So, hey, we talk about sacrifices. Quentin Williams got to be a Dallas Cowboy. Then we got Kenny Clark, Double O, LT Overton, and those are the 4 that are roster locks. Now, LT Overton being a roster lock is sort of crazy to me because LT Overton, the only reason they even got him as a lock is because he's a draft pick.
Probably so.
That's the only reason.
What round he got drafted in?
4th, I think. He was a 4th round pick.
Yeah, that's a little too high to just let him walk out the door. I ain't gonna hold you. In Dallas. So we'll see.
So you know what? I do see why people say that Jay might get cut.
So
yeah, like Jay, remember I get to middle him. He Jay from UCLA.
Jay from UCLA, yeah.
It just rhymes so well.
Jay from UCLA go crazy.
And listen, if he ever blow up and be like a star, that could be his gimmick. You know, they got Jay from State Farm. He can pull up in the same uniform, talking crazy. They ain't here to fix nothing. I ain't here to fix nothing, man. I'm here to hit.
I'm here to wreck. I'm here to make something else wreck.
Oh man. But Jonathan Bullard being on the outside looking in, the sort of not outside looking in, being in the hunt. I feel like Bullard is one of your best defensive tackles.
Yeah,
I feel like he's one of your best defensive tackles from what I see. It's also dependent on how many defensive tackles they're carrying, because if they only carry 4 and it's Q, and I don't feel like you can only just carry 4. You're gonna be playing a 3-4. Who's the backup zero tech after Otito? After Otito, who's the zero tech? Because Jay is really the one guy that fits that mold. Because Otito's like 320 or something like that. So who the other big body bandit? That's what I'm start calling him. Who the other big body bandit who's going to be, up there with him?
You saying who gonna be the other defensive tackle with him?
The other zero tech, not just defensive tackle, like the other zero tech. Because if we're being technical, right? In the 3-4, you have a zero tech, you have 2 defensive ends, and then you got the 2 outside linebackers. Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark will technically, when we go to our 3-4 base packets, technically there will be 3-4 ends, and Otito will be the zero tech. So who else is that big ass space eating type that can play zero outside of Jay? Because Jonathan Bullard, he's good, but I think Jonathan Bullard play at like 290 or something like that. So he's not a zero tech. So who the other zero tech on this roster?
I don't know, man. That's kind of tough for real. It's gonna have to be Overton. Or either what's the Otito guy?
I mean, Otito already the starting zero tech. So that's my point. Who after Otito is going to be your zero tech?
Yeah, LT can't be no zero tech though. He ain't no zero. So yeah, it's gonna have to be Zach from UCLA.
So that's why I'm sitting here thinking, just from a schematical standpoint,
what Bullard is?
Like sort of like a tweener, honestly. Like you just going like from a size standpoint, Jonathan Bullard, is somebody that's, like 290 pounds, if I'm not mistaken.
So what you're saying is they gonna have Overton following him around.
Yeah, like Overton and Otito and Bullard are gonna get along just fine. See, Michael Evans, that's my point. Jay is the only other zero tech on this roster. Outside of these fat guys that we don't think gonna make the team, like Tommy Dunn and DJ Witters and guys like that, I think they're gonna be a lot.
He a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how else you do it. You're gonna probably have to be forced to carry at least 6 defensive tackles. I think you carry 6 of them.
That's a lot.
It
Maybe
is
it's okay when you got a loaded room like we do. Do you go a little shorter on defensive tackles? What would you do?
Look.
What's that thought process if I'm asking you? Like if I'm loaded, if I got Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams, like would that make me go longer on defensive tackle or shorter?
That's tough because you still need depth.
Yeah, that's true.
The real question is where can you get away with it on other, on other positions.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, well, obviously, if they go long at any position, it might be wide receiver. We got 13 of them motherfuckers.
All right, so I'm gonna look at
this. I think we might go long at wide receiver. Because if not, I understand you might be trying to prepare for the George Pickens debacle that's probably gonna happen. But what other reason would you have to have all these wide receivers?
They carried 5 last year. So they carried 5 defensive tackles last year.
So yeah.
So that's
probably what they're gonna do the same thing. Yeah.
They carry 6 edges and they carry 5 DTs.
Is it me or my thought process when it comes to roster building? If I'm not certain at a position, I might go long now, just because I'm shooting darts. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hoping something manifests out of that bunch. What you think?
They might do that, but the real question is this: would you lose out on a better player at a different position for a worse player at a different position just because you're needy? And I don't necessarily know if that ends up
Damn.
voting well for people.
When you put it like that, then no. I don't want to lose a good player just because I got hopes of another player being serviceable.
And do you know what this also tells me, landlord? They're not going to
What's
be in
that?
that 3-4. They're not going to be in that 3-4 a lot at all. If they, because there's a real chance that Jay don't make the team. If they only go 5, your 5 defensive tackles are going to be Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, Tito, Overshawn, and Bullard. Right. So they go 5 like they did last year.
You mean
what they're
Overton?
going
You
to
said
do?
Overton.
Did I say Overshawn? Well, shit.
Yeah, it's never funny because his little broke bones. You don't want him doing that.
He ain't playing defensive tackle. Hell no. That's diabolical. We gonna pray the opposite prayer when it comes to brother Overshawn.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
bubble wrap, the bubble wrap bandit.
Bubble wrap bandit is diabolical. But nah, only thing I was gonna say in regards to that is this: they're not gonna get into that 3-4 look a lot because you only got 1-0 tick. Supreme King, they're like you're right. They'll be in 4-2-5 majority of the time, which they already said they would though. But this just beats home that fact. Yeah, like we know for a fact now if they're only gonna carry 1-0 tick, they're not gonna play a lot of 3-4
because they ain't got enough bodies in the room.
Exactly.
Because he gonna need some breathers and some rotation.
Yeah, so when you get into these 4-2-5 looks and they can play, they can still play like 4-2-5, and present a 5-man front. Because we seen a 4-3 under. You can have a 4-2 under as well, walking a guy up. And some people might call that penny, but then you can also get to the 5 down lineman, 1 true linebacker, and then the 5 defensive backs. So there's different ways that you can present a 5-man front because they would like to play with a 5-man front a lot. But point being, like they'll probably be in 4-2-5 a lot. They'll present some 4-2-5 fronts where they walk 5 people up, right? And that's how they're gonna rock with it. But the 3-4, you're not gonna see that a lot, and it's obvious you're not gonna see that a lot. Because if Otito wake up with diarrhea one day, he's got a bad case of food poisoning. You can't go out there and run a 3-4 scheme with a 290-pound 0 tick, unless you're gonna put Q there, and then you're still gonna be undersized because Q is great, but Q is still only about 300 pounds. So I don't know. He said every single team is given 3 quarterbacks. One has to be for emergency for league rules unless that has changed suddenly.
There'll be a practice squad guy though. They'll let you. They let you do it on the practice squad, though. Or
we only carried 2 quarterbacks last year.
Yeah.
So we came to the season, the only 2 quarterbacks on the active roster was Dak Prescott and Joe Milton. So maybe you can. I gotta go recheck the rules and stuff, but it's a possibility. And so
they be changing them. I think they just updated it. You remember when the 49ers didn't have a quarterback? That's when they updated it, I think. That year right after that.
We'll see.
Was that the 49ers? We remember it was a playoff year against the Eagles. They ain't had no quarterback.
Christian McCaffrey was playing quarterback by the time the game was over.
That's when they changed their rule, if I'm not mistaken, right after that.
Also, salute to the homie Donald Holmes for the Cash App. That did get you a raffle entry. So I appreciate you for the support, my brother.
Salute to my guy. I've been over here contemplating, man. I don't know. I ain't too big on the football jerseys, but I might get me one this year. And I'm trying to decide on which one I want. I might tell the fans to let me know what they think. Help me decide, goddamn. I don't know. I'm leaning towards something that probably be shocking to y'all. I'm leaning
Well,
towards Mr. Caleb Downs.
I
I'm
mean, shit,
leaning
you know he's gonna
towards
be here
Caleb.
for at least 5 years.
That's what
I would
I'm
get my
saying.
money
I
worth.
don't want to get nobody who, you know what I'm saying, who could be on the trade market next year.
Damian Crow said Clark is our zero tech. He could probably get some reps there, and it'd be less, less jarring as other people. Because I think Kenny Clark plays at about 310. He's still a little small for a true zero tech because he,
I just
So,
thought
well,
about it. I could get Quinn Williams.
You could. He'd be here for a couple more years.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind Quentin. Or Quentin Williams.
I think he needs some more love too. I might get a Quinn Williams jersey. Then he's from my
Definitely
school. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Q jersey.
I mean, hell, if everything fall in line, we definitely we're both getting Q jerseys if everything goes the way it's supposed to go.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? If you know what you know, then you know what you know.
If you know, you know. God damn it.
Real talk. But yeah, man. Let's see. I don't want to spend too much time on that because we still got other slides to attend to. And I still got some time. I got till about 9:00. So we got time to get through this and then talk about some other stuff. So let's speed through this, man. Linebackers. Overshown, D. Winters, Shamar James, Jason Barham. I agree with all four of them being locks. You have no choice because you don't have linebackers. Overshown has to show you something. D. Winters, Shamar James, Jason Barham. Hey, he said he said he never seen anyone play zero tech like Clark. That's cool. But Clark is not going to be the starting zero tech. You would not have signed Otito for that if you had. Now Clark is going to start. Like I said, in those when we had those 3-4 base looks, your front five. I'm gonna say your front five is going to be like this. Lee, yes. If you seeing and listen, Landlord is the one doing the jersey raffle right now. But if you get one, yes, he can do that. A Tony Dorsett University of Pitt jersey, why not? It's still a Dallas Cowboys player. So if you cash out Landlord at here, Landlord 723, you can get entered for a Tony Dorsett jersey. I'm not tripping, Lee, because you didn't ask for a Commander jersey. It's still Tony Dorsett, who is a Dallas Cowboy great. It's just his college jersey, so we'll figure it out. So if you want to be entered for a chance to win a jersey, yes, hit Landlord cash out. But you're right though, man, Paul. It is crazy. We sitting here talking about this linebacker room, and Mars not in it. It's still hard for me to process that.
It don't
Mars
make
is not
sense.
in it. Yeah, makes no sense.
Cause guess what? He's not in the linebacker room. Guess what other room he ain't in? The pass rusher room.
He a ghost.
They screwing him over, man. For real. They screwing him over. What year this is? Year 3 for him? And now he got to change positions? Nah, buddy. But I mean, like, I know he wouldn't say nothing because he willing to do whatever it takes to get on the field. But I'm just talking like from a moral standpoint, that's kind of messed up for him. He gonna have to. So, cause guess what? If you ask him right now, what is he better at?
Being a linebacker.
Exactly.
Being a linebacker,
that's all I'm saying.
Landlord. Bro.
That's all I'm saying. So he would feel like he got a better shot at being successful at playing linebacker, for sure.
As he should. as he should, because there's not a person on this team, you know, there's not a person on this team that Mars Leofau is better at as a pass rusher.
Salute to my guy Dono on my side too, hand. He sent me 10.
Dono.
So that's two inches for him.
Bet. Let me add that in.
And Neil still ain't gave me his information either. So make sure you tap in with me, Neil, so I can send that jersey to you.
Yeah, we want you to get.
I can't order it until I get your address, so I won't have to ship it to me, then ship it to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I always ship it directly. It's easier that way.
Yeah.
They already
you.
charge you shipping for sending it in the first place. You might well go to the right destination the first time around.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, time for camp, toxic. Damn, show time for camp. I'm ready too, bro. I've been waiting for this, man. We ain't gotta. Listen. We ain't gotta do. I'm lying, actually. I was finna say we ain't gonna see no more clickbait content, but boy, let somebody make a play. Let somebody make a play in training camp, man. Boy, they gonna be out here going crazy. Woo. That's why I gave that public service announcement when this show first started, man. Take it with a grain of salt, bro. All right, we done talked about these linebackers. I don't even know who Curtis Robinson is. I gotta educate myself. Caleb Downs, safety room. Caleb Downs, Malik Hooker, Jalen Thompson, and then in the hunt, PJ
Safety room might have got. Safety room probably got the biggest upgrade of the offseason.
Hell yeah.
Safety room. Biggest upgrade. Yeah.
Easily. Bro, you got Caleb Downs and Jalen Thompson, and then you added PJ Locke. Like, you got 3 starting caliber safeties in the offseason.
And you still got Malik Hooker. So your safety room could be one of your better rooms easily.
Yep. And that's why it's going to have to come down to, them having an impact on this team.
Could you imagine if we had a lockdown corner with this safety group, bro? Oh, my God. If you had a lockdown corner with this safety group, that shit might get interesting. Boy, I need Rebel to show up, boy. If Rebel show up and shock me, set me up, boy, I'm going to be the happiest dude in the space. I ain't gonna hold it.
Well, Lan, now we need to talk about, what they got to do to get over the hump. Because all this is cool, the roster building and all this stuff. At the end of the day, everybody out there, whether it's right or wrong, our expectations, we always want to end the season holding up that trophy, correct?
Absolutely.
As fans,
that's the only reason we do this.
Yeah, this is the only reason we do this shit. Well, we got to have tough conversations. Christian Parker going to have to come in here and break curses. Because your playoff defense is cursed.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been trying to be foul as Christian Parker, but I've been hearing some very compelling arguments against it. I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to be foul to my guy, man. I'm not gonna hold it. Cause I think that was tough. Or somebody said Dan Quinn did it in 1 year. I said, ooh. I think that was tough, man. Let me know if it went tough. I believe I watched a ball show with Tug or somebody, bro. But they made a compelling argument. I'm like, bro, that is fair. Dan Quinn, that defense wasn't great, but it was damn so serviceable after 1 year with Dan Quinn.
I mean, they were a top 10 scoring defense. They led the league in turnovers. Like, they just didn't have no defensive tackle, so they couldn't stop the run. And that was, that was a personnel issue that Dan ain't had nothing to do with. He did what he could with what he had.
Yeah.
So, But yeah, I was saying this though. Since Dak Prescott has been the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys defense has been one of the worst playoff performers in the National Football League. The teams on here are the worst playoff defenses since 2016.
That hurt to hear that out loud, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
it hurts. The Browns are averaging 34.7 points per game allowed in the postseason. The Commanders are averaging 34.3. The Cardinals are averaging 34. The Giants are allowing 33.3 points a game. The Panthers are averaging 32.5. Steelers are averaging 32 points allowed. The Lions are averaging 30. The Dolphins are averaging 30. Vikings are at 27.8. The Chargers are at 27.4. The Cowboys are at 27.1. The Packers are at 26.6. And the Raiders are at 26.5. So these are the worst playoff teams.
I just thought of a counter argument. The only thing I can give Christian Parker is he's the first time DC. Dan Quinn wasn't. He's the first time DC. Dan Quinn he was a championship DC already.
Here's my pushback on that. Dan Quinn first year as a play caller for Seattle, they won the Super Bowl.
I was kind of trying to keep it to Dallas, but yeah, that is relevant though. It's relevant.
It's relevant because that same guy, his first year calling the defense for the Seattle Seahawks, they won the championship. Because he became the defensive coordinator for them in 2013 when they won. And then, of course, they went back in 2014 and they lost to the
Now, let me ask you this.
Patriots.
If Christian Parker's defense underwhelmed, is he on the hot seat for you? After this first year, if he not what we thinking he should be, after this first year, he on the hot seat for you?
No, you get a year.
That's what I'm saying, man. Come on.
I gave Brian a year, but at the same time, the expectations are what they are. And we listen.
You can't do both though, man. You can't have it both ways. I'm gonna tell you. You can't have it both ways.
I'm gonna tell you why. Are you gonna let me tell you why?
No, it's not true. It's not true.
It's perfectly true. Because listen, what did he tell Jerry Jones when he walked his ass in that office? Did he tell him like, "Hey, I can have an okay defense. You know, it's gonna be all right. It ain't gonna be nothing special.
It's gonna be serviceable. You know what I'm saying?"
Or tell him that with X, Y, and Z, you know, we can do some shit. Like I'm the man for the job. Jerry asked him about winning Super Bowls. Jerry asked him about performing in the playoffs. Jerry asked him about developmental plans. So he had all that lined up. So even though he's a first time defensive play caller, right? His reputation was wonderkin, was prodigy, was, exceptional future head coach. You don't hire a guy like that without mountains of expectations. So I understand your standpoint of, hey, he's a first-time play caller, but me personally, I always give people a year, right? Because Schottenheimer, I didn't know too much about the boy, but he got a year. He got a year. I'm talking about Shotty possibly getting fired after this season. So why can't I do the same thing with Christian Parker? Like, yeah, I gave you a year, even though we remade the entire defense in your image, even though you're coming in with more to start with than the last guy did. We let you get 2 first-round picks in the goddamn draft. Come on now. You're coming in this bitch with Quentin Williams and 2 first-round picks, Kenny Clark. You wanted Rashawn Gary at the end of the day, even if we say he a consolation prize, you had to rubber stamp Rashawn Gary for him to be a Dallas Cowboy because you know the boy and you spoke very highly of him. So I don't give a listen, man. Listen. Life ain't fair, but you got to make shit work, man. Like, I wasn't born rich, but I damn sure gonna die rich, man. I gotta go out here and start from where I started from and get to where I want to get to, man. This is what it is.
I don't want to fuss and cuss and fight right now, but we ain't got time for it. So we
got plenty of time. This is our show. So we ain't got time.
I want to cuss and fuss. But nah, not for real. But I do want to challenge you though. I want
Of
to challenge you
course.
to a duel. All right. Let's say this. What if Saudi offense? How low should Saudi offense go for you to be criticizing him all the way? Like we was a
Saudi
top
offense,
10 unit. How low could he go for you to be like have that same type of energy for Saudi?
it got to be top 10.
If
And
he's
and
not a
also
top
depends.
10 unit, you gonna feel like he
Yeah,
underwhelmed and he got to get his shit to go.
of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you got
That's all.
that.
I
Listen,
just want to know what the criteria is.
listen, we
I should
already
do
have
like
questions
boss.
about
I should do like boss. Make
what.
everybody do a show and have everybody accountable. Like that what he said he do. He want to put everybody on record. That's what I might do. Put everybody
Yeah,
on record. I want to know how you feeling. Cause everybody gonna change up as soon as it don't happen. Well, it was this and it was that and
matter of fact,
Jerry
I'll
and them and all that
I'll put a
shit. Come
number
on.
on it. I'll put a number on it. They got to average at least 27 points a game.
And the only reason I'm not tripping off for the high expectations is because look at the talent he got.
Yeah.
He got talent. He loaded. You better put up some points, sir. You
All right, so
better
let
be
me ask you
better
the
in the
same
red
question.
zone, sir. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask you the same question with CP. Because they're designed to stop the run right now with everything you got. You got a great zero tech. You got Kenny Clark. You got Quentin Williams. You got Rashawn Gary. So they come out here and they're a bad run defense. So like how much smoke you give a Christian Parker? Because he got the tools to do that.
Not much. But get what? If he let me throw that question right back at you. If he have a great run stopping defense, is he gonna get the credit for that? No. They gonna credit BT Jordan them and shit. And Mixon. They ain't gonna give that credit to him because he the secondary guy. Real talk. They
He's the
ain't
defensive
finna say
coordinator.
Christian Parker did that. I don't think they'll do it. Real talk. I don't
Who
think
is
he'll
they?
get the credits. The majority.
Them folks don't listen. Them folks don't even know that, man. And secondly,
I think the majority will give the credit to Dixon and BT Jordan.
who hired them?
Now, secondary, if the secondary show out, I think he'll get it.
And my kind of argument is this: who hired all these people that normally would not be Dallas Cowboy coaches?
You let them tell it, Jerry Jones did. Jerry
Right.
did.
I ain't gonna lie to you. They
Jerry
probably would say
did,
that.
nigga.
It was Jared.
I'm telling you, man. I know my team. I know how this goes. We've been doing this for plenty of seasons. We've been seeing how these people act now. That's exactly what they're saying.
Now listen, F them. I ain't studying what nobody in a cult got to say. Them folks being cults. We don't talk to Kool-Aid drinkers. They Kool-Aid drinkers, man. We don't talk to them. But I'm saying, like, when as a defensive coordinator and you went through the battles of fighting to get these folks in here on your coaching staff, because these are not the normal kind of Dallas Cowboys hires. He got to get credit for that. You brought in the passing game coordinator. You are the one that had these ties to these people. You brought in Ainsley. You brought in BT Jordan. You brought in these folks.
BT Jordan might have more hype than him down there.
I'm trying to see this.
I think CP got more, but it's comparable though. He's a notable name on this defense already.
Yeah, because, and I also think it's a combination of the fact that we're in the content space and we were knowledgeable of him beforehand. We were doing shows with Boss, and Boss would bring him up, and his name was already buzzing in our circles and stuff. So I think it's a combination of that. But I think like league wide, if you ask, I think like Christian Parker would rank higher than anybody else. Like if you went out there and you asked like the Broncos executives, they like, nah, Christian Parker's him. If you went out and you asked, the Eagles executives, like Christian Parker was a big part of what we did. We wouldn't win championships without him, all this other good shit. So I just think it's about in Cowboy world, you right, it's comparable. I just think like league wide and with the conversation we don't too much hear about because we so Dallas Cowboys focus. I think it's CP.
I'm with you. I can agree to that.
Now they say, good morning, America's nation, fans everywhere, landlord and brothers. Salute the Dallas sports in the building, man. Football fanatic. JV, salute to everybody, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and that share if you care, though, man. For real. Show us some love.
Absolutely.
Show us some support, man. Because football is back, baby. Matter of fact, I even checked
Football
see the
back.
reports from training camp and anything. Football is back, dog.
It's goddamn what? It's 6 o'clock in the morning over there. They ain't doing that yet.
It is. It's 6:35. It's so hard to survive.
All right.
Man, they should listen. And this is off subject because I scrolled on my timeline to look for like Cowboy updates. But that David boy, he need to die.
Hold on, man. What you mean? What's
You know,
going on?
The dude, the singer, the singer that killed the 13-year-old girl that he was having a relationship with.
Oh yeah, where they found him in one of his old cars or some shit.
Because
Yeah, I
now
don't know
there's a
him,
court
but I
document.
just know him from the story.
Yeah. So now there's a court document talking about this boy had sex with the girl 6 times a day, according to a
God
text
damn.
message. Text messages that they found. Like I killed the shit out this. Like there wouldn't be no trial, man. That shit like that upsets me.
That's abuse. That's abuse right there. 6 times a day is
like
crazy.
that shit. Yeah, that rubbed me the wrong way, bro.
Nigga, you got a hand. After 2 times after 2 times a day,
Like,
nigga, you might have to use your hand, my nigga. Go to jail or something. 'Cause
Like,
you sick.
Yeah.
You're sick of it.
We gotta get castrated, bro. You gotta get castrated at this point.
It ain't that much sex in the world, my nigga. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah, that shit is
Like you gotta be,
But anyway,
you gotta have something wrong with you in your head to be lustful that much, that lustful. Like something wrong with you.
for a 13-year-old at that.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
come on,
I ain't even count that part. Yeah, I ain't even know that. Good Lord, he all kind of shit.
You gotta
like,
die.
Yeah,
Gots to
you
die.
gotta put him down. Like a horse that broke his leg, you gotta put him down.
Like old Yellow. Yeah, go ahead and take him around back. Put him in the wood chipper, like they said. Yeah, no, I hate.
Take him to the woodshed.
Yeah, it's diabolical. So listen, the Dallas Cowboys are the 11th worst playoff defense, right? And I feel like this is a team that should make the playoffs. I know that we say on paper it's a tough schedule. I get it. You should make the playoffs. Your offense is that good. You know, the defense doesn't have to be the best defense in the world. What should happen is that your offense puts so much pressure on opposing offenses that your defense can capitalize on them making mistakes. They should capitalize on them making mistakes, man. That's what should happen. Your offense will put so much pressure on these opposing offenses, that they go out here, they pressing, they trying to keep up, they throw a pick. They're gonna be so stout against the run, they can't sustain drives like that, so they gotta put the ball in the air. And when you put the ball in the air, bad shit usually happens, bro.
Let me ask you a question.
Bad shit can happen.
It's a 2-part question.
Talk to me.
Do you think your defense is good enough to make people play with one hand behind their back? And if so,
They should be good enough.
and if so, is that a good thing?
I think so.
You think
Because
both?
this
You
is
saying yes to
what-
both?
Yes, and this is why. regardless of how good you are as a offense, when you have to throw the ball 40 times and you can't sustain a run game, shit happens. Like the offensive line is not going to win every rep. The wide receiver is not going to always run the right route. The ball is not going to always get out clean. It might get tipped at the line. You're not going to always, especially when you're playing disguises on the back end, you're not going to always accurately decipher what is going on when you're about to throw the football. So if you have to throw the ball 40 times, and you're not able to run the ball when you want to, there's going to be situations to where a mistake is going to happen. We don't feel that way because your defense was so bad last year. Every time they threw the ball, it was like a 30-yard gain or some shit. You know what I mean? Like amazing shit happened on the back end. You were that bad last year. I don't foresee you being that bad in the secondary this year with the way the scheme is set up and with the fact that you're going to be playing disguises and with the fact that you're not going to be in situations to where teams can just, you know what? F this. We're going to give the ball to this running back 15 times. He's going to have 100 yards on 15 carries because you're that bad against the run too. So that's why I feel that way. I don't think you'll have the same number of explosives that you give up in the passing game or the rushing game. I think because you're going to have more disguises, the ball is actually going to get accidentally thrown to your team a lot more. I think because you're going to have disguises on the back end, you'll have more coverage sacks. I think all that stuff is going to happen for your defense just based on schematics and being able to stop the run. I don't know how you personally feel about that, but that's how I think shit snowballs. I think when one thing is in place and this is in place, other things transpire because of it. I think there's a good cause and effect in place for your defense. And better players, like Damian Crow said. You got a much better safety room. You with me, Lane?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Did you hear anything that I said? Is the real question. I know.
Nah, I had got knocked off. I had a call. Somebody called in the middle of the show, so it messed me up. Yeah.
Damn. Okay, cause that was like 10 minutes. So I
That wasn't no 10 minutes. Y'all heard.
Yeah, that was like a 10-hour dissertation. That was like I had a dissertation, landlord. I was on this bitch talking for like
Damn, my bad, my fault.
I get causes and effects, nigga.
Damn. That's my bad, my fault.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to summarize it. Better run defense, makes them one-dimensional. Being one-dimensional, place it into the hand of the improved passing defense. They will have more disguises. You won't be able to get away with explosive plays. Won't be able to easily diagnose what we're doing pre-snap to get the ball out. More coverage sacks because of it. Won't have as many explosives in the run game either because you'll be much better against the run based on the personnel that you have. One of the issues we had last year was explosive in the passing game and the running game. So basically a cause and effect kind of thing. So because you're better against the run, because you got more disguises, it'll be a good thing that they throw the ball more. Because they can't run at will against you, I don't think.
I can respect that. I thought that was just an interesting question. That's all, because I'm not certain. I think you made a good argument. But we seen people get beat in 1 second. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
People get beat in 1 second.
That messed you up, Lord.
Yeah, that threw me off. I'm not gonna hold you. Like it made me reconsider a lot of things. So it's like I don't know, bro. Cause all they gotta do is hike the ball and throw it. That's it. That's all they gotta do.
That's why I feel That's why I feel this version of defense we're going to play with the disguise and the match coverage principles, not going, not doing traditional zone drops, covering grass, but covering route concepts.
I really think
that helps you not get beat so quick.
I was about to say, I think making the quarterback think is even better than just. I think that's might be more effective, and you might be able to do that more consistent. I don't know.
Yeah.
Than just winning every rep and forming pressure on your own. You might be able to have him thinking or hesitant and patting the ball a little more often than you can make him run out of his spot from some pressure that he got. I don't know.
All right. I agree. And when you really just sit back and you think about it, the kind of defenses that give Dak Prescott the most trouble are the ones that, make him go through the process and bid a little bit more. Not that he can't read defenses or anything like that. It's just when you got to make him beat you post snap, because that can beat you pre-snap fairly easily if you're in a static look, right? That can beat you fairly easily doing it that way. But it's when he has to process, when they show the disguises, they and rotate out, they sim the pressures. Yeah, but that's when Dak, has to do a little bit more. Because a lot of times with his cadence and motion and stuff, he can decipher enough information, pre-snap to know where you want to go with the football and make the process a lot easier. But it's when they have that great disguise on and they're not being fooled, they're not giving away too many tails for Dak Prescott, and they can keep that cover shell that they're pretending to be in up to the last minute. That's when you really see Dak Prescott be less effective.
Yeah,
not don't be effective, but less effective.
You think about it. Just imagine a defense running the same look for half the game, and then in a critical moment, they show you that look but change it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That's an interception waiting to happen.
Commander. The Eagles have been, and that's what I want to actually show you. The Eagles have been one of the best defenses in the National Football League since Dak Prescott has been the quarterback. This is just them in the playoffs. They're only allowing 19.8 points per game in the postseason. And Dak Prescott routinely beats the Eagles. But let you tell it, he never beats anybody with a good defense. That's a lie.
He always beats the Eagles.
It's a lie. He always beats the Eagles, and they are routinely a top 5 defense in the National Football League. All right, but speaking of which, though, flipping it, we got to get somewhere up in here, landlord. These are the teams that win championships. Now, if you wonder where the Chiefs are at, the Chiefs are number 15. The Chiefs are at 15 with 23 points per game. But these are the best playoff defenses since Dak has been the quarterback.
Let's talk about
Bengals, Ravens, Eagles, Falcons, Bears, Patriots. Patriots won 3 Super Bowls since 2 Super Bowls, I'm sorry. And been to 3 since Dak Prescott has been here. Colts, the Buccaneers, and of course, they won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. Rams been to 2 Super Bowls and won 1. Seattle Seahawks went to a Super Bowl and just won. Tennessee Titans went to the AFC Championship game. 49ers went to the Super Bowl, been to multiple NFC Championship games. Saints went to the NFC Championship game, at least, right? So all these teams ahead of us, Eagles, don't won 2 Super Bowls. I didn't mean to skip past it. Yes, I did. I skipped back past that shit on purpose. Falcons went to the Super Bowl. Bengals went to the Super Bowl and an AFC Championship game.
Can I say something real quick? Please don't forget where you at, because I don't want to be messing up. But I feel like I gotta get this off my chest. I remember when LeBron James went to LA. It was so fitting for me because I always hated the Lakers. So I could focus all of my hate in one specific area. He just did it again for me. Like I hate Philly, so now I can just focus all my hate in that one city. You know what I'm saying? Like I can hate the Eagles and I can hate LeBron James at the same time. So it's a win-win, man. That's all I want to say. Salute LeBron.
Yes, indeed. Salute, salute, salute.
But yeah,
Nah, we beat the Rams too. The Rams are on this list. Like I don't know why y'all act like we only beat y'all asses. Like Dak does have a winning record as a starting quarterback, not just a winning record, you know, against the NFC East. Also beat the Packers, who were tied with the Packers, who were top scoring defense last year, scored 40 points. I don't know what to tell y'all.
you better be worried about if Jaden Daniels even really that guy. That's what you need to be worried about.
Yep. Mention the Chiefs, who are number 15. I just didn't have enough space to screenshot it and AI the rest of it. But yeah, the Chiefs are the number 15 scoring defense in playoff defense since Dak has been the quarterback. We beat them just last year. They were still a good defense last year. I don't be knowing what to tell y'all. Like y'all got all these different parameters and stuff. But case in point, you said that your quarterback accomplished more than my quarterback, even though your defense is the main reason that you won that game. Your defense had 5 turnovers in that game. They had 5 turnovers. Scored points for you when your offense couldn't. Like let's keep it a bean about some of this. And since Jaden Daniels so good, he could even beat the worst version of the Dallas Cowboys. The worst version of the Dallas Cowboys we ever seen. Jaden Daniels couldn't beat him. Couldn't do shit with him.
Yikes.
So I don't know what to tell you, Lee. We'll see that bad body boy get back to form this year, but we'll see. And I hate to talk shit about Jaden Daniels because I liked him coming out, but y'all make it very easy to do so. Also, losing in the playoffs is not an accomplishment. Brock Purdy losing in the Super Bowl is not an accomplishment. Right? Jimmy Garoppolo losing in the Super Bowl is not an accomplishment. You accomplish it by winning a Super Bowl. If you ain't won a Super Bowl, you ain't accomplished more than Dak Prescott. Y'all be geeked up to lose later. You lost later, and now y'all geeked about it. I don't know how y'all built, but me as a man and as a competitor, I would never be geeked about losing. No matter when you lost, I would never be geeked if the Dallas Cowboys went to the Super Bowl and lost. My cousin, my big brother Boopy, he was not geeked that Drake May went to the Super Bowl and lost. This man came from having Tom Brady. He don't give a damn about that man losing no Super Bowl. That's all I got to say about that. We don't be geeked about losing late. I saw Troy Aikman win 3. We don't be geeked about losing late, dog. Late losers. That what y'all is. But anyway, back to the points we were making.
Don't let Lee Commander take over the show with his Dak hate rhetoric.
Nah, it's good. We're right back to what we were talking about. Because
I want to see is Jaden Daniels have a better season than Dak.
It's not going to happen. Never.
That's all I want to see.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Point being, we're trying to get from here, 27 points a game in the postseason, to here, somewhere on this list, under 23. The real question I got, man, is Christian Parker good enough for a 4-point swing? I'm not asking for a full touchdown. I'm not even asking for a full touchdown, man. Is he good enough for a 4-point swing?
I don't know if just him, but if you look at the whole defensive coaching staff, they might be all together.
And listen,
I think we do got an impressive ass staff, bro. To be honest with you, I really do. I really like this defensive staff. I do. I just, I got to see it happen on the field. That's all.
Me too.
I think he really did his big one when he assembled his defense. This defensive coaching staff, I think.
Yeah, no, 2024 is not a better statistical season. See, that's the problem with folks. They try and add team accomplishments to one person. You were part of a team. He did not have a better statistical season than Dak Prescott. He didn't.
Football have 22 men playing on the field, man.
At one time.
More than that. You got special teams too. My bad.
Yep. 53-man rosters, but everything, falls to the feet of one player. Even though, in order for them to play well, people around them have to play well. And even when that play was not the biggest.
He's been around the Eagles too long, man.
Yeah, he's been around the Eagles.
He's been around them Eagles fans too long.
Yeah.
So have you ever saw Jaden Daniels play well and still lose? Have you ever saw that? Have you ever saw it was one of them? It was like an all-pro guard. This dude was like an all-pro his whole career and never won nothing. When he was with the Browns,
yeah, he one of the best players ever.
One of the best
in the Hall of Fame,
and never won shit. Like, bro, that ain't this is way deeper than people say. Like, one player, even though he's the quarterback, he got a large responsibility and contribution to the team, but it's still not enough to win it all by himself. I've seen plenty of guys that play well and we still lost. Like, the shit happens, bro.
And then this is why I be saying, Lead, I love you, but you have a loser mentality. You're still sitting here talking about results. You took an L. You got blew out. You went to the championship game with a chance to go to the Super Bowl for the first time in 50 million years, and you got your ass beat in front of everybody. Your mama saw your team get their ass whooped. Everybody in your family cried tears of shame watching that ass whooping. That are not results. Late losers. I keep telling y'all this shit. You just took an L later. You still took a big, fat, burning ass L. What results do you have to speak of? You went, so you want a participation trophy. Nobody's finna kiss your ass for going somewhere and losing by 30. Nobody's gonna kiss your ass for that, dog. Come on now. I wanted more. I wanted more from y'all. Man. I expected a better caliber of fan from the Commanders. I didn't think that y'all had this mindset. Because I damn sure would not be flaunting losing like that. Listen, we done went to Super Bowls and lost that we don't even talk about. That shit didn't happen. In our minds, the shit didn't happen.
We still got more rings than y'all. So, I mean, y'all be talking about this drought, but y'all been on a drought too because you ain't caught up. So, I don't even know what we be talking about.
I would love to win an NFC Championship game with Dak Prescott. I would love to win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. Anything outside of that is business as usual. You ain't accomplished shit going forward and losing. I don't understand why that's why that's a hard concept to understand.
Then you
Nobody gives a fuck about the Super Bowl losing.
You follow that season up with nothing. You follow that season up doing nothing. Y'all nigga was sorry as hell last year. Sorry as fuck.
So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell y'all about that, man. Like, I don't care about losing in no championship game. I don't care about losing no Super Bowl. I'm still a fucking loser at that point. Y'all are still losers.
Right.
They up here beating their chest like they ain't got a longer Super Bowl drought than the Dallas Cowboys, man. You went somewhere, took some pictures, got your ass beat, and then came home crying. Like who is finna respect that? You want me to kiss your ass about being a loser? Y'all are fucking losers still.
Look, to me, it really says a lot that you didn't follow that season up with shit. You would have had a better case if you followed that season up with another solid season going deep in the playoffs. Y'all just fell off a cliff. You fell off a cliff. That right there let me know it was Cinderella. And guess what? Guess who said it was Cinderella day one? Guess who said it was Cinderella
You
day
been talking
one?
crazy about
Me. I never believed in y'all ever. So don't get it twisted. I never felt like that shit was real. I knew it was Cinderella. I knew it wasn't something that's supposed to happen. They just got lucky, bro. That's all it was. And y'all ain't got nothing to build on after that. You come follow that season up with a very lackluster, terrible season. So where are you now? You still talking about 2 years ago, sir. Get it together.
Hey, since your quarterback is so good, bet us that you're gonna sweep us then, man. Since Jaden Daniels, this almighty powerful quarterback, and it only takes him to win, bet me $100 that the Commanders is gonna sweep the Dallas Cowboys.
And answer what the exec said. Answer what the exec said. What Jaden Daniels was on that list. Was he above Dak Prescott?
I didn't see him. Nope.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Who would be bragging about that lead? I would. I would.
I'm just saying, if
I
Jaden
don't
Daniels
be
was so
bragging
much
about
better than Dak Prescott, when you think the people who boost to the ground got their professional hours in of being a master of their craft, that all voted for Dak to be a top 10 quarterback, when they say something like that, or when they at least have him close to it?
I mean, y'all weren't winning games before y'all started getting hurt, so I don't want to hear that.
We ain't talking about no
Like,
Pro
this whole
Bowl
team was
shit. We ain't talking about the Pro Bowl. We talking about the people who matter who voted on this.
Yeah. Oh shit, it's 9:00. Hey, listen, we have gone as far as we can go anyway. But lead, let's lose the mentality. Put some money on the Commanders sweeping the Dallas Cowboys. If not, you're gonna have to be quiet.
Or
Jaden
I'm
Daniels is
doing
so
one.
good.
Tell them to put some money up that Jaden Daniels have a better season, statistical. Put that up.
He ain't gonna do neither one. Cuz ain't gonna do neither one, man. He know he ain't, and he know it ain't gonna happen. Jaden Daniels is not gonna have a better statistical season. And listen, I'll give you an out. If either one of them get hurt, you can call the bet off. We know that Jaden Daniels' body is made of paper mache, right? So if Dak Prescott has a better statistical season, right? We do both bets. Matter of fact, put some money on both. Put 50 on one and 50 on the other one.
We ain't trying to break you. We just want you to stand on.
Lead, it's very telling that you ain't said yay or nay to the bets yet. Because you keep talking about evaluating teams and shit. Put the money up. We don't care about none of the other shit no more. Put the bread up. Put the money up.
And notice we went
Jay
player
Daniels
for
is so
player.
amazing.
We didn't go team for team. You talking like he's a better quarterback. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, put some money up, man. Put some money up. Since they so good, put some money up.
Look, this right here
Is he gonna have a better?
let y'all know that nobody views the game that way. Where did they have Drake May ranked on the list?
Definitely below that.
And Dak had a losing season, right?
Yep.
Didn't Drake May go to the Super Bowl?
Yep. Lee said he ain't betting nothing. He said he love his loot so too much. All right, man. I don't know what to tell you.
You ain't. Hey, I
don't know what to tell you,
money
bro.
don't make no money. That
Don't make no money, man.
But look, that right there
I love
alone
my
tells you
money
that
too.
y'all been evaluating the game wrong. If these NFL execs are putting Dak Prescott with a losing record last year above Drake May that went to a Super Bowl, that lets you know that this is a team sport, sir. That's like, it's undeniable. That's a team sport.
Yep. Yes, it is. Also, one more thing before we get out of here. The Dallas Cowboys are going to have at least 8 new starters on the defense this year. This is the Dallas Cowboys starting defense last year for week 1. Marshawn Nealon, God bless his soul. Osa Digizua, Kenny Clark, Dante Fowler, Morris Leofow, Kenneth Murray, Trayvon Diggs, Kyer Elam, Deron Bland, Malik Hooker, and Donovan Wilson.
Maris didn't start the whole year, did he?
No, he didn't start the whole year, but he was even if you swap him out for the what's the boy that came over from Chicago, they would act like he was
Sanborn.
Yeah, Sanborn. So even if you want to swap out Murray for Sanborn, it still stands.
That boy name so cold.
You just know he can do some
that
shit.
boy name cold, boy. I ain't gonna lie. Sanborn sound like some Game of Thrones shit. They go to Sanborn, they coming. I just like they came from the sand. On that.
Born from the sand, to the sand we shall return.
I'm telling you,
like
that sound like a whole squad of people on Game of Thrones, the Sandborn. No, that's why I do. Because it is some people on there called the Ironborn. That's why it's registered like that with me. The Ironborn is a whole clique of people.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But I'm finna escape though. It's been great. It's been fun. We like meddling Lee because Lee like meddling us. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and that share if you care though on the way out. Hit those cash outs on the way out to help us get to where we going for training camp. Landon's going to Oxnard, in the words of Jared Jones.
Y'all make sure y'all take care of your folks, man. Take care of your folks. I'm going across the country. Make sure y'all look out for me, man. We gonna hold you down.
Yes, indeed.
This is my fourth consecutive year. My fourth consecutive year going.
Yeah.
Y'all hold your boy down, man.
And we gonna keep it. And we gonna keep it popping just like that, man. But hey, in words that have been passed down from generation to generation, words that are hollowed, words that galvanize the fans. Never look down, because the style is up. Peace, y'all. We out.
Hey.